I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Another House incumbent knocked out, this time in Colorado, a week after two Democratic congressmen lost to socialists in New York.
From coast to coast, from every level of office, we are taking back our party and our country.
That's Milat Quiros after beating Congresswoman Diana DeGette in a Democratic primary.
It marks a major generational shift as well. DeGette came to Congress in 1997, only months before 29-year-old Quiros was born. Quiros, a Democratic socialist, supports Medicare for all, abolishing ICE, and ending U.S. military funding for Israel.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Quiros expected to win in November in a heavily Democratic House district. Another socialist in Colorado lost, trying to unseat a Democratic senator. John Hickenlooper defeated his challenger, Julie Gonzalez. Almost a week since twin earthquakes devastated Venezuela, a 3-year-old boy was found alive in the rubble. Thousands more that remain missing as crews keep searching. The number of deaths up to almost 2,000. More drama in the Strait of Hormuz. A ship ran aground
when using a route other than that approved by Iran's Revolutionary Guard. Shipping has resumed in the light of renewed peace negotiations, but it's still at a much lower level than before the conflict began. Iran's insisting it maintains a level of control over the vital waterway. Today in Qatar, mediated technical level talks are continuing.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Speaking of Qatar, the plane they gave the U.S. as a gift has been upgraded. It's Air Force One now. President Trump will soon take his first flight this hour going to North Dakota.
The president will travel to the town of Medora to speak at the dedication of the new Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library. It's located outside the national park named for the 26th president.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
Hoy!
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace!
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
President Trump is urging Republicans in Congress to do what the Supreme Court ruled he cannot by executive order: outlaw birthright citizenship for babies born in the U.S. to parents here illegally or temporarily. Now, the court has also this week rejected a Trump appeal in a sexual abuse civil case. And so now
advice columnist E. Jean Carroll is asking a Manhattan judge to require President Trump to pay her $5 million from a 2023 jury verdict that concluded he sexually abused her in the 1990s and defamed her after she went public about the attack in 2019. Her lawyers say Trump's attorneys contacted them about delaying the payout while he asks the Supreme Court to reconsider its decision. Trump is also appealing an $83 million defamation verdict in Carroll's favor from a separate New York City jury after a January 2024 trial. In New York City, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
A singer from the 1970s disco era has died.
Victor Willis, frontman for The Village People, often performed as a helmeted police officer to some of the group's biggest hits, many co-written by him, including Macho Man in the Navy and YMCA. Willis left the group in 1980, rejoined briefly in 82. In 2012, he won a landmark ruling in a case which allows recording artists and writers to reclaim their work. In 2017, another reunion, remaining lead singer of The Village People till his death Tuesday at 74, after what the group said was a brief but aggressive illness. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling the day after the Dow closed at a record high. At soccer's World Cup,
Back it goes to Barcola. They're in again. It's put in by Mbappe. Brilliant.
Kylian Mbappe scored 2 more goals, leading France past Sweden 3-0 on Fox to advance to the round of 16. Mexico also eliminated Ecuador. Norway knocked out the Ivory Coast. There are 3 more matches today, including Team USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois officials urging residents to take precautions as the heat wave hits the state. Temps jumping into the 90s with heat index values reaching the triple digits. Residents should check on family, friends, and neighbors who may be vulnerable. Everyone should drink plenty of water and avoid alcohol. Champaign County Freedom Celebration returning to its full traditional schedule for this year as the nation marks 250 years. This year's theme is America Celebrates 250 years of events on July 4th, including Youth Run, 8:30, 5K at 9:05, and the parade 11:05 back on its historic route. Champaign City Council dissolved its rideshare pilot program, approved a permanent licensing system for operators to change update sections of the city's municipal code, and expands e-bikes across Champaign-Urbana. Target areas include downtown, Garden Hills, and northeastern Prospect Avenue. That's what's happening today. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim Miller, and good morning. Welcome to 7-1-26.
Let's go.
It is the third quarter. That's business terms. But it's July, and it's July 4th weekend.
Yes.
And heat wave ending early next week, kind of. So we're good, man.
I think so, too. And things are looking better for the 4th of July, I'm under the impression. So we'll get more details from Greg on
right here. He's joined
fireworks
us.
and parade.
Yes. Good morning. Happy July 1 there, people.
Yeah. Okay, we're good to go here.
I might have to dispute Diane's opinion on the 4th of July.
Getting better is what she had mentioned.
Well, maybe temperatures, humidity stays up, and maybe the rain might be coming down a little more. So, but we'll talk about it here. We'll talk about it the next few days.
Okay. All right. We shall do that. But I'm telling you what.
One of those plans B and C weekends now are in effect.
Okay. So. Well, and you said that for, what was it, Father's Day?
2 days now.
You said it for something recently. And it was we were down to Plan D, right? I mean, it was
maybe it was the Father's Day weekend.
Maybe it was, yeah. You said you have to make alternative plans. So it's listen. There's some value in getting your forecast correct,
and in this medium as well. So put the phone down and turn the radio on, folks.
Why would you?
Come on.
I wouldn't use a phone for that. It's too general. I mean, we're talking pinpoint stuff. I'm telling you, I've tracked Greg Solier. The guy is he's spot on. 99.9 is what I got you at. So.
I appreciate that. Thank you for keeping me in line, sir.
No. It's very important because I'm dealing with the heat wave. I'm fine because I know it's coming. I don't know what's ending.
That part of it will be winding. I like the term winding down. It's not going to happen all at once, but it'll be a process here over the holiday weekend.
Yep.
So.
And you said you don't see any massive heat wave.
No, I think we're moving into this strengthening El Nino, and I mean we'll get snippets of hot weather, but I just think it's a general cooler than average, middle and late summertime around here. Great for comfort, maybe not great for corn and soybeans. We'll keep it on eye on that going forward, and we still have some, generally speaking, pockets of issues across the Corn Belt. Generally speaking, though, ratings are pretty good in that department, but we'll see what happens with, as they say, growing degree day unit accumulation as the summer wears on.
All right, it's Greg Solier brought to you by Kurt Lenschow. He's at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there. Okay, sir, what say you?
Well, already a sticky morning out there. We'll get another one here tomorrow morning and probably right on through at least a good part of the holiday weekend. Humidity, dew points, if you will, up. They may ease down a little bit, but that's the first conundrum to get improved around here, and it will take the weekend to accomplish that. And then slightly cooler air each day settles on in, not by much, and maybe a little more substantial cooling where we're able to get some outflow boundaries setting up from some thunderstorm activity. Those same outflow boundaries are going to be the ones that kind of weaken this atmospheric cap. It's also going to be shifting westward with time, and so that will allow for a couple of frontal boundaries that kind of won't move. They'll just sort of waffle their way southward with time each and every day, tracked by how these thunderstorms will line on up. Already getting going into parts of southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, along the ridge line, if you will. But the heat is dominant for the next couple of days with the extreme heat warning through late tomorrow evening. Use care and caution. Check out those cooling centers and all that stuff. And boy, stay hydrated if you're working out there in the back like 40. Up to 93 today. We're currently in the mid-70s. Southwest to south breeze, not quite as gusty as recent days. That'll be winding down as well. So the ventilation aspect, if you will be weakening. Warm and muggy tonight in the 70s. Sunshine, hot and humid tomorrow, about 94. Each of the next couple of days, heat index value is about 103, 105 in the afternoon. 70s tomorrow night. Then the conundrum gets going here. We get some thunderstorms tracking through the northern end of the state. We send up some outflow boundaries, and we begin chasing some of this stuff around here late morning, but more so Friday afternoon in between 92. We'll do the same process a little farther south for Independence Day Saturday. Better than even odds, 60 to 70% for some showers and thunderstorms. Fading in the morning, redeveloping mid to late afternoon, and in the evening, yeah, Mother Nature is going to be doing her own pyrotechnics, but keep an eye on that for activities. Then Sunday to Monday, still a couple of showers and thunderstorms around. Temperatures ease down, 90-ish on Sunday, upper 80s on Monday. Finally, some drier air after lingering shower activity Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. A little more seasonal, highs in the middle and upper 80s, nights of the 60s, and again, a drier setup, but a pretty active weather pattern at times in spots here over the course of the holiday weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, buddy, thank you so much. ESPN 93.5. It's kind of good to hear Brad Underwood out and around. He was at the Ubben and talking to the media for the first time since April.
Right.
So it's May, June, 2 months.
Yes.
And yeah, everything. David Merkovich has stayed in town with Fletch and is, I noticed his arms. Yeah. Listen, if those guys get just normal better, like most of these guys do every year, well, how good is David Merkovich going to be, man? I mean, the guy can be point guard at 6'9". He can rebound. He can shoot the three. He's a tough kid. And he's kind of, I don't know, flamboyant is the right word for him, but he's a personality.
Oh, yeah.
And he took a DJ class at Illinois. We saw clips of the final when he had to do a dance. So we could have helped. You could have helped him with that.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, he's one of the key men, obviously, on this team. But, there's, Summer
workouts are in progress now, so they're finding their new team identity was one of the summary points.
Well, Andrei Stojakovic had his knee scraped, whatever that is.
And Jake Davis.
Jake Davis' knee scraped. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you hear scraped.
Doesn't sound
good, but it probably will be just fine in, a month or so?
Right.
I don't know, maybe not even that long these days. I mean, it's drive-through hip replacements and 2 days in the hospital for something serious. It's amazing how fast folks can go in, do whatever, and come out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes same-day stuff.
I know it.
That we never would have done. Been 2 weeks in the hospital back in the day. So anyway, it's good to hear from Brett Underwood. We got a few clips there. Cubs win again. I don't know, 8 out of 9, whatever it is, but they're back trying to catch the Milwaukee Brewers, or just keep winning, and very close to the Dodger-type record right at the top of the league. So, and the Cardinals, I said this is the 14-game spread that will pretty much tell you if the Cardinals can maintain in the second half. There's nobody expected the Cardinals rather to be anything. Their projection was 70 wins, and they're scaring 45 or 50 now. Mm-hmm. So the Cardinals could be a wild card kind of team, which would be pretty amazing for this year. But they won their first game on the road at Atlanta, which I think right there with the Dodgers and Milwaukee Brewers with best records. So that was a heck of a road win, actually.
That's right.
All right,
5-3.
Headlines, yeah.
And we can get your Redbird recap now.
App is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and what a great bounce-back start for Matthew Liberatore, who picked up the win in the Cardinals' 5-3 victory at Atlanta. And last night, the Cardinals used the long ball to get the lead.
Love to see what Libby was able to do yesterday. He had 2 walks to start the bottom of the second inning, then struck out the side after that, ended up with 9 strikeouts on the day. And again, the home runs were key. Nathan Church, a 3-run blast, but also a pretty good at-bat by Blaze Jordan, a sacrifice fly, so the Cardinals were able to tack on, and they needed everything they could get.
That they did as George Soriano gave up a run. So did JoJo Romero, and Ryan Fernandez allowed a run on a wild pitch and left the bases loaded, leading to a save for Riley O'Brien.
And Riley was pretty sharp. He did give up a double to Olsen, but he's a very good hitter, was able to get 3 ground outs.
The Cardinals go with Michael McGreevy, and it's Ronaldo Lopez going tonight for Atlanta. We're on the air at 5:20. Game 2 in the series after the Cardinals won in Atlanta 5-3 last night.
Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair is offering 50% off labor on qualifying projects. If you're seeing cracks, leaks, or sinking concrete around your home, don't wait. Let the Helitech experts identify the problem and provide proven solutions to protect your home and your investment. Call Helitech or visit helitekonline.com to schedule your free inspection today.
Heal your home with Helitech.
Colin Ray to the mound for the Cubs after they beat the San Diego Padres 9-7 yesterday. It's a 1:20 start over at Wrigley, and you'll hear the action over on US 105.9. They had 5 homers.
They're back.
Hit a couple of the audio?
I think Danby Swanson, who's not had a great year, but has 12 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy they invested in,
Pete Crow Armstrong?
Yep. He's in form now.
The pitch. High fly ball, deep left center field, way back, still going, and way out of here. Nearly all the way to the top of the bleachers. Right underneath the video board in left center field.
Yeah, see, great. I like him. Sounds good. Didn't say the name of the guy. That was Dansby.
Okay.
I think in that first 10 seconds, you better say.
That's right.
Here he does it here, as I critique, right?
Can't wait to hear this. Marinaccio working on the third base side of the rubber, sets above the belt, the kick and pitch. Crow Armstrong hits a high fly ball, deep right center field, way back, still going, and gone.
Yeah, Cubs are back for the Cardinal weekend. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see both of the teams winning here at Stevie J Broadcasting for sure. And Chicago White Sox 9-3 winners over Baltimore with a 7-run third inning. Noah Schultz pitching for the White Sox, and that'll be an 11:35 start.
Whoever manages the White Sox, and I have no idea who it is, it's a remarkable turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
From the absolute worst in history to scaring the division in the Central and the AL. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Some of the top trending stories you've been hearing on ESPN 93.5 about LeBron James in his 24th season, informing the Lakers that they can move on without him.
I mean, he's been there 8 years. He won a championship, but it was COVID, so it wasn't quite the same. And so, yeah, I mean, he's one of the greats. The key here is the reason nobody's going to break that all-time scoring record that he busted with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, initially Lou Alcindor. Nobody plays 24 years. It's like Hank Aaron had 755 home runs, the true champion of home run leadership. I don't discount the steroid era. And he played 3 years. So nobody plays that long anymore.
Right.
You don't need to. Although I do have Odell Beckham, great wide receiver, unbelievable. Made that amazing catch when he was with the Giants, one-handed in the end zone. Great player. He talks about how hard it is to live on $100 million.
Okay.
No, seriously.
All right.
There's just things you don't get.
I see.
You don't understand.
Well, USA and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Thank you for that.
Think of the rental car. That gets you halfway there.
Herzegovina. Okay.
I mean, some people say it differently. I say it Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Right. And that's
somehow I got the
at
Georgie
7 o'clock.
Basanzavili. I've got some of those, but not very many.
Mexico, Norway, France, winners yesterday in the World
What time
Cup.
did they say? What time we're playing?
7 o'clock.
Great, let's go. All right, here I am at soccer. I said let's go to soccer.
I know.
Weather brought to you by Busey for over 158 years. The name of it's the same name. Busey, when they had horses and everything. It's unbelievable. They've been around. Here's meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana Saturday. Heat wave weather pattern continues on for the next couple. Gradual winding down of that expected over the course of Friday the weekend. Humidity stays up with increasing rainfall chances as well. You want to have a backup plan just in case for the holiday weekend. Hot and very humid for the day today. Increasing southwest to south wind, sunshine at 93. Warm and muggy tonight. Mostly clear, low down to 76 and a diminishing south wind. Tomorrow, that extreme and excessive heat warning continues on with sunshine, the high about 94 and a gusty southwest to south wind down into the mid-70s tomorrow night, becoming partly sunny, hot and rather humid for the day on Friday, and a couple of showers and thunderstorms in spots for the morning, more so for the afternoon, up to 92. Saturday, Independence Day, hot, humid, increasing clouds, scattered showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon into the evening, highs about 91. A couple of showers and thunderstorms Sunday and Monday. Daytime readings around 90 on Sunday, highs in the upper 80s for Monday and Tuesday of next week. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A major technology analyst is recommending investors buy SpaceX stock. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives sees SpaceX rising to $190 a share. It's currently in the $170 range. Stocks wrapped up the first half of the year with the best gains in years. Those stock futures are in the red to start July. Investors are cautiously monitoring developments in the Middle East and are waiting for comments from Fed Chair Kevin Warsh. 3 major U.S. egg producers have reached a proposed settlement over pricing. The New York Post says Cal-Maine Foods, Versova, and Hickman's Egg Ranch will pay $3.3 million and will donate 53 million eggs, which will be delivered to food banks. The companies have denied wrongdoing. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you, would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
At Busey Wealth Management, we're proud to partner with individuals, families, and foundations, ensuring possibilities become achievements. From preserving and enhancing your assets to securing your legacy for future generations, we're focused on your success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini, member FDIC.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Everyone knows when you turn the key and the car won't run? Call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell, they solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service. Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com.
All right, we are into Wednesday. This is July 1. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
Ed Martin and Brother Johnny. Yes, together again, coming up at the bottom of the hour. Tina Peters visited the White House. Ed was there in the Oval with the Vice President and the Secretary of State. Tina Peters apparently found some election fraud in Colorado, and she's the one that ended up getting arrested. So we want to hear what's up with that. And this whole decision by the Supreme Court for birthright citizenship. People that are traveling to America at 8.5 months pregnant, they've abused the system. Clarence Thomas said this is for Dred Scott, this is for blacks and slaves. That's the whole intent of it. But to actually allow the abuse to continue, and I'll ask if this is an accurate scenario, somebody from Beijing could fly to Guam, have the baby will be a U.S. citizen, come over here when they're young, use our welfare, run for office, run for president, they'll be a U.S. citizen. If you're somehow here and something happens where you have a baby here, legit, 300,000 people are doing this a year in America. 300,000 people.
I didn't realize the number was that high.
They're coming to America to have a baby because, and you're saying, well, yeah, nobody else does that in their country. Nobody wants to go to their country. You know that there's 8 billion people on the planet. About 7 billion would come here and do everything they could to get in and be here. What does that tell you about our rotten country that our far left communists now promote? That we're the worst. Tear it down. It's evil.
Right.
Why do 8 billion want to live here? All right, maybe 6.5 billion.
14th Amendment came to play in 1868.
All about slavery, all about the rights of slaves. And it's about the time the Democrats started the KKK, as a matter of fact, 1867. How'd that go?
Mm-hmm.
It's just dizzying what we're into today. And yes, the woman from Ethiopia did win in Colorado. So you got more and more Mamdanis out there. You can say Democratic Socialist. This is a communist doctrine. That's where people kind of come and take your things, and you listen to what you get to keep and what you get to do. You have no idea what this is. We just need more education on why socialism's not worked. Oh, they did in the Netherlands. Norway, there's 4 million people. We got 350 million. There's not enough money. There's not enough money to pay for the seniors that are coming down after the baby boomers are done. I mean, it doesn't work. It sounds really good to say, bring me, you're tired, and bring them all if you do it legally. Go through the paperwork, get it done legit. Nobody's against immigration. We're just against illegal where you don't know what you got, and some of the bad guys get in. But it's just stunning. So yeah, and keep in mind this is a Democratic primary. Well, what happened to the Democrats? Joe Manchin's not a Democrat anymore. John Fetterman, the only logical one on that side of the aisle I can see. Chuck Schumer's not going to win again. He's out. 2028, he's going to lose to AOC. She's going to beat Chuck Schumer if she chooses to run. But if you have a Senate seat on the platter and Mondami says you get it, you get it. He's the man right now. But it is the wrong direction. You're not going to catch your flight in that gate. You got to go the other way. You're on concourse. Socialism, fascism, communism. There's a lot of societies that have been suckered into this because they were told this is going to happen and didn't. And guess what? When they complained, what happened to that guy? Where'd he go? Oh, I don't know.
If Zoran Momdani was born in Uganda, he can't become president.
Not unless they change it. But right now you can't.
Okay.
It is, he's charming. He's good at the camera. He's just.
Well, his mom was a filmmaker.
Yeah.
So.
Massive liberal, but past liberal. Liberals, I mean, the squad's out of date. They need to update their resumes. But just keep in mind.
Zoran's 34.
One of the women that just won in New York, she on October 8th, she was celebrating Palestine. After the brutal attack that killed an equivalent of 40,000 people in America, was like 1,200 people in Israel. And she's out there, and no prisons, no borders. How does that look? We've seen how it looks after Joe Biden. 217-359-2255. Stand by. We'll get into it knee deep here with Ed Martin, Brother Johnny. Ed is the pardon attorney for Donald J. Trump. And we shall get into more of this, but it is a head shaker, as I like to say. 217-359-2255. Happy to hear what you think on the Fisher National Bank text line. All right, 728 ESPN 93.5, 1st of July.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Head to Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. They're open 7 days a week with daily food specials that keep things fresh and affordable. And Sundays? It's Sunday Fun Day from 1 to 4 with live entertainment that brings the party to life. Don't miss their massive 8,000 square foot patio, perfect for kicking back with friends. Feeling competitive? Jump into their sand volleyball leagues this spring and summer. Co-ed teams, great vibes, and even better memories. Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. Great food, live music, and fun all week long.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
Fighting Illini football family flex plans are on sale now. Get 3 games bundled under one plan, including home opponents UAB or SIU, Oregon, and Nebraska or Iowa. After selling out season tickets 2 years in a row and the most wins in back-to-back seasons, the Illini are gearing up for an even bigger 2026. Lock in your tickets to the biggest games of the year under one affordable bundle, the Family Flex Plan, at fightingillini.com.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The maiden voyage for President Trump.
President Trump today is going to the opening of the Teddy Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota, and this is going to be his first ever ride on the new Air Force One.
New plane and gift from Qatar. The Gulf nation, the backdrop for continued indirect talks aimed at steering Iran to a peace deal. Another Democratic Socialist wins a primary, this time in Colorado. 29-year-old Maylot Quiros defeats incumbent Congresswoman Diana DeGette. A voice of the village people silenced.
Victor Willis, frontman for the Village People, often performed as a helmeted police officer to some of the group's biggest hits, many co-written by him, including Macho Man in the Navy and YMCA.
Fox's Lillian Wu, he dies after what the group said was a short but aggressive illness. He was 74. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Parts of a man's arm found in Lake Mattoon Sunday night. It prompted depth investigation and led law enforcement to search the lake Monday. Now state police need help identifying whose arm it may be. Police said boaters observed the remains and informed the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, who's investigating. The debate over large AI-driven data center continues in Champaign County. In late April, the county board voted to extend its moratorium after more than 100 residents packed the Shields Carter meeting room. Vice Chair says the extension gives the Data Center Activities Task Force more time to craft regulations. Champaign County Freedom Celebration returning to its full traditional schedule for the nation's 250 years. This year's theme is America Celebrates 250 Years, with events on July 4th, including the Youth Run, 8:30 a.m., the 5K at 9:05, and the parade takes place at 11:05 back on its historic route. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller. Our weather this morning brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. How's your copier? You want to save some money? Maybe get a free evaluation from Watts Copy Systems. Call them 217-352-0428. And our weather this morning also brought to you by Busey. For over 158 years, it's been Busey. Member FDIC. All right, details now on the weather. Head of Ed Martin, Brother Johnny. Coming up, it's 7:33.
So we get everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. The week goes on with a heat wave weather pattern and the extreme heat warning through late tomorrow evening. Sun filled for the day today in 93 and a gusty southwest to south wind at 8 to 16 miles per. And boy, the humidity's up still. It stays that way for tonight. Muggy with a clear sky and 76 for the low. Diminishing south wind this evening. Tomorrow hot and humid, mostly sunny. Another high of around 93 to 94 degrees. Gusty southwest to south wind. Heat indices for the next couple peak during the course of the afternoon and evening at 100 to 110. Now tomorrow night to a low near 75 and a couple of thunderstorms break out for the morning hours on Friday, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to 92. Have a backup plan for the rest of the holiday weekend. Saturday, Independence Day, scattered showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. The high around 91 up to about 90. Again, a couple of showers and thunderstorms Sunday. Diminishing rainfall chances, but still around Monday and Tuesday next week. Temperatures back down into the 80s. Finally, drier air by mid next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I love this. This is so cool, Johnny. Johnny's on from Bible study in New Orleans. Just got a text from Ed. I'm stuck on a call with the WH.
Okay.
Yeah, the White House. He needs to tell the president that he's got a call and he'll be back with them.
That's right.
Has anybody ever say, Mr. President, can I call you back?
I'm sure they do, because if it's about something he wants them to get done. So
maybe it's like Mark on the other line about Iran. Can I call you back, sir? Something like that, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this whole thing, there's a lot to talk about here this morning, and we shall get right into it. Brad Underwood met the media, Johnny. So that was good to hear and see Brad Underwood.
Mm-hmm.
Said we're not talking much about last year. This is new year, new team.
Yep.
This is what we're doing.
Got a reset going on.
So, I mean, I'm all in on Illinois football, basketball, both men's and women's, volleyball. I'm all in on Illinois, but Johnny, the difference is now we've built expectations.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It
We're
is.
in the hunt.
We
So I
are,
think
but
we can handle it.
there's a lot of question marks with football, particularly handing the keys to I can't ever remember his name. Bobby Houck.
Bobby Houck.
Bobby Houck was the head coach at Wyoming. Amazing head coach record. Walked away, went fly fishing because he didn't want to deal with all the NIL stuff. Was making $600,000 a year as a head coach at Wyoming, and now I think he's over $1 million. That's what they're getting for the coordinator jobs. Some of these coordinator jobs. Anyway, this is an all-out blitz kind of a deal, and as Larry Franks told me, you got to have the Jimmies and the Joes now. So we hope we have the Jimmies.
Well, you've got to have the cover boys in the back, but if you do, that's the way to play, because the problem is the quarterback. If you can stop him from throwing, you got it. And I like that kind of offense, but you really do need to be careful, because that's when you get the long touchdown.
Yeah. Well, if you don't get the quarterback, then you're dead, guys.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
So Devin Witherspoon was the 5th pick in the draft. Went to Seattle, won a Super Bowl last year. Devin Witherspoon, unbelievable corner for us. And if we have 11 of those guys, we'll probably be national champs. So we need.
Well, sure. Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you need. Anyway, but I like the thought of pick athlete, teach position. We'll put them where they belong, kind of thing, because you certainly have.
No, that's exactly what you want to do.
Athlete.
And you can, because there's all kinds of ways you can arrange a team based on your talent. Well, that's what coaching is, and then you also train guys who aren't quite as good into being a lot better. It's fun to coach. I always enjoyed coaching kids, and we've got some really good coaches, so that's great.
While we're waiting on Ed, let me play Brad's stuff that came yesterday.
I think he truly understands the benefits of.
This is David Merkovich deciding not to play for his national team, but staying with Adam Fletch, our strength coach, and all he can do for the growth of the body and the whole deal, man.
I think he truly understands the benefits of Fletch, and getting his body right, being in the best shape that he can be, being the best prepared he can be. I think those opportunities are always going to be there with his national team. He's an outstanding player. I think he understands he's one of the best players in college basketball, and he wants to capitalize on making the most of that opportunity, and felt like that was being here.
Well, and his arms look a little different already. I think he's hitting it pretty hard. And the comp on David Merkovich, Johnny, was Luka Doncic? Really?
Well, he needs to keep working on the three. If we're going to shoot the three, we need to raise those percentages up a little.
What was
Remember,
David's wasn't bad. I think that was pretty.
No, his was 36 or so. But we have Jake. But it's just if that's what you're going to do, and if he wants to go to David, what's his Jokic? Yeah, what did you say? Who's the guy? Doncic.
Luka Doncic, yeah. L.A. Lakers.
Yeah. If you're going to Doncic it, you need to work that long range bomb and he could make it from anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I tell you what though, it's exciting to have. It's really hard to get to the Final Four because of matchups and this and that and that and this. But we should have a very legit top 10 basketball team all year. So that's exciting.
And I think we can win the conference and I'm so happy for Dusty May. I hope he does very well.
Me too.
in
Way to
Dallas.
go. Yeah, I'm kind of a
way to go.
Dallas
I'm
Maverick
pulling
fan.
for the Mavericks.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was really kind of promoting the fact that I think Michigan should give Juwan Howard another try. He's an alum. He's a Fab Five guy. Giving him back. Get him back.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He did not get a fair shake. Come on.
There you go.
Oh, man. Anyway, here we are on July 1. Tina Peters went to the White House yesterday, and I don't know if she's still in town, but Ed's pictured with her. I don't know much about her, Johnny. Do you?
Yes. Well, the story is she was an election official in Colorado, the very purple state that's solid blue based on their approach to voting. And she said, look, here's what we're doing over here. This isn't right. There is no way to be sure these votes are correct, and we need to look into it. Sentenced her to 9 years in jail.
Mm-hmm. She got 9 years in jail. Now, that's the story? That really is it?
She's been in jail for the last 3 years.
Right.
And Ed had a lot to do with getting her out. And Russ Vogt, he finally stepped in and said, you guys, this is on the line. You guys can do whatever you want, but we're not paying Colorado for ABC, because he's an Office of Management and Budget. And then the governor said, I think that sentence is too long and let her out.
Oh, wow.
So
I mean, Johnny, is that not the tip of an iceberg of what we fear?
No, it's not the tip. It's the iceberg, and we've been watching it. And that was an extreme case of shutting you up. But they'll also sue you and cancel you, and it's because that's their only source of power. I'm telling you, all these issues we talk about, open border crime, defund the police, guys on girls' teams, comes from who's getting elected. And our only recourse is to throw them out. And you can't do it if they're going to count ballots in boxes out of nowhere until they have enough votes to win. That's my political issue, ABC. That's the only one that matters. It's the core of the matter. And you see what happens when you go there. They go ballistic. And they're not going to pass that SAVE Act unless we blow the filibuster and talk some sense into a few Republicans. Maybe we can get Fetterman over the line. But there's no way they're going to let that go. They're not going to go. They're not going to let us change that.
Why wouldn't John Fetterman say "see you" to the Democrats? Well, he's going to lose in 28. He's out. He has one term.
I don't think so. Not in Pennsylvania.
I don't know.
Statewide race.
The Mondami people are coming after him, man.
Yeah, but they don't have the strength they got in New York. That's actually very liberal anyway. And everybody gave up on voting a long time ago. There's only 15% turnout. I mean, the winner had 37,000 votes out of the 500,000 registered voters to win. And it's terrible. But people are like, it doesn't matter who would vote for. So that's another problem with not having a voting system. People can say, yeah, we're going to vote, and let's see what happens, instead of, it's rigged, I'm not voting. And that's a very bad thing to happen.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: there are some Democrats that would probably consider making a move based on the Socialist Party. It's now a Socialist Party trying to take over the Democratic Party, winning these elections. Because what they're doing, that system, Schumer has no control whatsoever. He's going to get thrown out.
Yeah. If AOC wants it, she can get it, I think.
But if you can... We're talking in Colorado. There's no signature on the ballot, Steve. They signed the envelope, and the Secretary of State who went after Tina Peters in Colorado is the one who put the password to get into the Colorado database online. And so now anyone can register anybody to vote. It's an honor system. Check the box. Yes, I'm eligible. That's how a guy. The sheriff of California was complaining and did an investigation, and they're trying to prosecute him for doing an investigation.
Man,
that's how a guy in Pakistan, not a guy from Pakistan, a guy living in Pakistan registered and voted in his county. That's how weak their system is.
Well,
and so,
just to get the coverage on Tina Peters, here's some of the headlines. Trump hosts convicted election fraudster at the White House.
There you go. Election fraudster. No, she was complaining about the election fraud. She did not commit election fraud. What she did is she turned in evidence that was supposedly classified, which they don't even do that. But that's the way they treated it, like they did for Trump's Mar-a-Lago classified papers. No, she was exposing what they were doing. They went nuts and put her in jail for 9 years and dared anyone else to say anything. Guess what?
Nobody else did. Another headline, Colorado governor commutes Tina Peters' sentence after Trump blocks funding.
That's what happened. So that is a true headline. It wasn't Trump, it was Russ Vought, by the way.
Russ Vought, the guy at the Office of Budget of Management or something.
My friend who's Eddie's friend, so I don't know him, but...
All right, 7:45, Brother Johnny. Ed Martin just texted me, sorry, can't make it.
Okay.
No, he's on the line with the president. He can't go anywhere.
Right. All right, Johnny, is this exaggerated? This is what came from the Supreme Court about birthright citizenship, where people can come to America 2 weeks away from having a baby, have the baby, and the baby's a citizen. And it's happened 300,000 times last year. So the question is, if I go to Guam from Beijing and 1,000 babies are born from China in Guam, could they not be taking advantage of our welfare system eventually and run for president of the United States?
Well, the bigger concern is they're going back to China as soon as they're released, probably the next couple days, and then they're U.S. citizens, and so they
can vote
over here.
Vote?
Now they're going to be raised in the communist. Yeah, sure, of course, they're citizens. There's no doubts about that. But I'd like them to show up and sign, even as Chinese communists, But they're in the Communist Party growing up, and the fear is that they're going to be loyal to the Communist Party, even though they're U.S. citizens, so they can get jobs here and work here. And we had a movie called The Sleeper about stuff like that. But we've got a situation now. Roberts has got Amy Comey Bryant on board with. We are not going to do the job of the United States Congress. I say they should be protecting us from Congress. That's balance of power. But they're drawing a line saying we are going to back you up where we can, but we're not doing their job. Make them pass a law. Well, they won't. They can't do anything.
Yeah, right.
They've already been assigned the job of doing the representative districts for every state. Every state sues them, and they're tired of it. And it's like, figure it out, guys. But then you have the problem of where the congressional districts are mapped out. It's the same problem. We can't work it out if the system doesn't allow both sides to have a fair shot. And so they had to step in, okay, you can't do this, you can't do that. And really, that isn't their job. It's to follow the Constitution and the law. And so I can get their argument, but from a practical sense, they're killing it. And so they're like, well, look, if the Congress wants to flesh out some of those details, and there is a good argument that the people who are going to Guam and back to the Communist Party aren't under the jurisdiction of the United States. They're under the jurisdiction of, they're citizens of China. And so they shouldn't get the benefit of citizens of the U.S.
It's been totally abused, right? This whole thing has been abused over the years.
I'm like Alito. He said that this was the biggest case we've had, and we blew it. So that's just another way of looking at it.
Well, so Johnny, the Ethiopian woman won in Colorado. She's the Mondami protege, I guess, the same socialist communist. But now some think it puts the seat in play. They thought they were going to win that, and now with a socialist communist, will people vote for that in the general in Colorado?
Steve, okay, let me repeat. They got an unlimited amount of ballots signed at the envelope. No, she's not going to lose. That's not going to happen. And so now, I guess I gotta moderate, because I've got to assimilate what's happening, and there is an asterisk. If the Democratic Party starts to say we can't let these people win, then all bets are off. But my theory is that the people who actually fill out these ballots and get them to a point where they're counted, whether it's in those drop boxes or at the central clearinghouse, which they should never be having all the ballots go to one place and then counted. They should be counted at the precincts, but there's no one going to the precincts. They're putting them in drop box. And by the way, there's no postmark. There's no post office at the drop box. That's the problem with the mail-ins. It's not a mail-in. And so what I've been thinking is the people who are actually the ones at the bottom of the food chain, so no one can go back to Schumer and blame him, even though it was designed so he could never lose. There's plausible deniability. You can't. And so those people are saying, we're going to vote for ourselves. And so they may just continue their process. This is all a theory, but I've got a lot of anecdotal evidence of watching television. And the ballots keep coming. And the question is it the socialists doing it? I suspect so, because in the mind of the communist socialists, there's no rules. This is to save the world, Steve. It's to beat the injustices. And so they'll do it in a heartbeat, where a moderate Democrat's not going to do it. And a Republican, some of them will do it, but most people won't. So I think she's going to win. And I think all of those candidates are going to win. Because where they were elected, that process is fine-tuned, and they're in total control of it. There's no real people's vote. That's my theory, Stevie.
Yeah, well, you've been consistent on it. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, I'm consistent. We'll see whether maybe we'll find out if I'm right or wrong. I was going to mention, too, Steve, have you noticed that the Democratic far left, the people that are winning, have what appears to be their overriding issue, which is anti-Semitism. They're against the Jews, anti-Israel. That's a driving force behind it. And I'm pointing it out because for 10 years we've been called Nazis and Hitler. But do you know what Hitler's number one overriding issue was?
That's right.
The Jews are doing everything that's wrong is because of the Jews. They need to go. And that's what we're hearing. It's interesting. It's a very similar.
What happens? What happens if Hakeem Jeffries takes over and he's trying to placate the communists and the AOCs? That's not going to work, is it?
I don't think he can get to be speaker with the numbers of the crazies that are getting. But
what about the 13 Democrats that signed a petition saying we will never do that? And so what would they ever get passed if they take control?
Well, first of all, they got 2 years where nothing will happen. And I've mentioned that might be a good thing. But we want to progress with the agenda for America. I think the things that Trump's done, and it's been a lot, are good for the country in the long run. And that stops. But they're not going to pass. Trump can veto it. There's nothing they can do. And I'm interested to see if Hakeem can hold on to his seat.
Wow.
Because you remember Kevin McCarthy was going to be the next speaker,
right?
But there weren't 13. There weren't as many socialists on the far right. It was a few people, maybe 6 guys, and Kevin McCarthy couldn't get over the hump.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then Steve Scalise was kind of going to be a shoo-in, but Mike Johnson was overworking in the corner, and finally, he was the only one. No one had anything.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
So, well, let Mike do it.
Yeah, right. Nuts. Okay, so the governing part won't be very easy, no matter what.
No, it's going to be. It's an amazing thing to watch, and the Democrats have lost control of many parts of the country in terms of who's getting elected for whatever reason. Maybe they're all just voting, and it's no fraud at all, but. That's not what I think, but I haven't got any more evidence than the people listening or you do. A little more. I've heard some firsthand stories and this and that, but as far as any you go into court with, nothing. And so, and most of the areas where they're doing this, the judges aren't going to hear the case. So.
Yeah,
they just aren't going to do it.
I don't know. This is an amazing place. That's why. I said out of 8 billion people on Earth, 7 billion would try and get here no matter how. I mean, would it be that high?
Well, I don't know if they know, but it would be a lot, and it is a lot. You see them coming in. I mean, there's an endless stream. I did want to go out to Washington on the Mall. I want to get a folding chair. I'll just, carry the ones you go to a picnic.
Yeah.
and sit in the Illinois booth with a sign around my neck that says, Illinois, most of us still love America. Because I'd be the only one in it.
I
They
know.
didn't do anything.
I know. And there are many states that did not. And, frankly, I think they were all blue, right? I mean, it's.
There were 8 or 9 of them. Pennsylvania was one. But then Fetterman and McCormick, the senators, when Shapiro said, well, there's no one in the state that'll sponsor it, they found a lot of sponsors.
Wow.
So they're setting theirs up. Massachusetts is out. I don't know who they are. I was pretty sad that
but Illinois for sure,
Illinois.
Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Let's get our folding
I don't
chairs
know.
and go.
Maybe there's somebody like me or Diane that took some stuff up there, but I don't know. I don't know that. I just know Illinois was on the list of not participating.
Yikes. That's just.
And here's the thing, Steve. Half of the people on the mall are Democrats. Democrats love this country. And what's Illinois do? If you want to fight and disagree, that's fine. What about our 250 years?
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing?
I know.
And that's past the line. And most people who are hearing us talk agree we should have something in the booth on the mall with the other 50 states of the union.
Can't do anything Trump likes, period. So
and that's a sickness. It really is.
Yeah.
And it hurts. It doesn't represent Illinois. What did Trump get, by the way? He was over 35 in votes in Illinois. It was a lot of votes.
No, it was 55-46 or something, right? I mean, 54-45 something.
And of the 55 who didn't vote for Trump, at least 2/3 of them are proud to be American.
Yeah, no question.
That's got nothing to do with who they vote. It really doesn't. And that's a terrible. It's a bad political move. But it goes straight back to the core of the Death Star that Luke had to hit, which is the voting. They can do anything they want; they're still going to get elected. We can't do anything about it, and so that's the That's a problem.
Johnny, appreciate always being there, giving us some common sense.
Well, I really wanted Ed to weigh in on some of this stuff because he has to keep me in line sometimes.
I don't know. I've never had it. I've been on the radio a while. I've never had anybody text me saying I'm stuck on a call with the WH. Nobody's ever sent that to me. Stuck on call with WH.
No, he was planning to be on the call.
No, he told us 20 minutes ago, but the White House called, So
we get to talk to him more because with the midterms, they pulled back on the number of pardons and prosecutions.
Right.
You can't win that.
Yeah.
So he is kind of in more of a holding pattern. There's still plenty for him to do, but he has time to talk to us, so that's really good.
No, it really is. All right, Johnny, we'll talk, but fortunately we have the good Lord and God and the Bible, and you can pray for us in Bible study. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you. God bless America.
God bless America. Thank you, Brother Johnny. New Orleans, ESPN 93.5. We'll go right to the news next. It's 7:57, ESPN 93.5, Wednesday, July 1. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie J.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Plus, get up to a $1,000 rebate on select Shaw floors, including the Pet Perfect carpet and flooring collections. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs with your furniture purchase and buy it all with 2 years financing. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event is going on now at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Yes. Steve Suderman coming up.
I think maybe I just have no brain.
I just got caught up in stuff. I'm so sorry.
No. I as well.
Good morning.
Yeah, I have no idea what day it is. Don't know what the month is. Don't know nothing.
It's July 1st.
What's the year? I have no idea.
It is a different month. That's a thing.
No, it's after 20 years of doing this with you. It's like what? Well, maybe 30 years.
I set the alarm every night when I leave here if I'm the last one to go, and then I will get to the car and go, did I set the alarm?
No, I know. It's Steve Suderman. He's at Good Vibes. That's in the Round Barn in Champaign, sir. What say you on this Wednesday? What do you got going on for the 4th of July?
Well, it's my favorite holiday. It always has been because you don't have any family obligations for one thing. You can just do what you want. And it may involve air conditioning because it's going to be hot, but
right.
I think every place is going to be closed on Saturday, and a whole lot of places are going to be closed on Friday. Not us. It'll be business as usual Friday. So if you have that day off, you want to come in out of the heat. Our AC is so far working really well.
Good.
And we're grateful for that. The RGB screens have had their first round of discounts. I waited until they had, because they just come in sky high when they're brand new. So the first round, it's maybe 10% or so off the original retail. And if you haven't seen one of these, it brings video to a whole new level of realism, and without any of the drawbacks of every other thing that's come before. So they took the very, very best of OLED, QLED, mini LED, all that, and kind of roll it into one thing, and you get the most awesome-looking picture that's ever been,
all right, so do you have one? You have one on display?
Oh, we have several.
Oh, boy.
And there are bigger ones coming. The giant ones aren't out yet. The 98 will ship later this month, and there'll be 115-inch by September.
Oh my gosh!
That's for the pretty well-heeled.
Yeah, no, I get it. But again, this is the screen we need to see. So go see you, Round Barn next to Driver's License in Champaign, and take a peek, man.
And
just take
in the
a peek.
meantime, there are great deals on the regular stuff because it's trying to clear a path for these new things. So everything that's been around for 25 and might be carryover models are cheap as dirt, and I'm kind of really got my fingers crossed. Today is the day that I can't ever remember the initials, USMCA, something like that, whatever NAFTA got replaced by. That comes up for renewal today. Cross your fingers that they renew that, and the prices will be stable on things that come from Mexico and Canada.
Sure.
Because if not, the prices are all going to shoot up, and we'll have inflation that just gets exacerbated. And it'll be too bad. But the Samsung Terrace, the outdoor TV, the Samsung Frame, these things that turn into art on the wall, there's deals on that stuff that are just don't quit. So
how can we find you, sir?
On the web at gvibes.com, and for real at 2010 Round Barn next to the driver's license facility. And our number is 3510909.
You the man. Sorry for my tardiness, my friend. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
Have a great 4th.
Have a great 4th, Steve.
You too, guys.
All right.
Take care.
That's our friend Steve Suderman. Good Vibes, Round Barn in Champaign. ESPN 93.5. It's 8:02.
America's listening to Fox News.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
President Trump called it too bad for the country. The Supreme Court ruling blocking his executive order that aimed to undo birthright citizenship for babies born in the U.S. to parents here illegally or temporarily. He's urging Republicans in Congress to pass a law. And Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mellon tells Fox,
all of us together are working and saying, okay, how can we protect America and still at the same time, unfortunately, figure out how to work with the court.
Now, here's one thing the administration's trying.
Justice Department leadership is directing U.S. attorneys to prioritize the investigation and prosecutions of birth tourism schemes. In a memo to federal prosecutors, Assistant Attorney General Colin McDonald says the DOJ will hold accountable those who engage in unlawful conduct, like false visa applications. A majority of Supreme Court justices blocked an executive order from President Trump that was intended to prevent automatic citizenship to children born in the U.S. to parents in the country illegally or temporarily. Chief Justice John Roberts concludes the 14th Amendment ensures any person born on U.S. soil is a U.S. citizen. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
In a continued federal crackdown on fraud,
Department of Health and Human Services Inspector General Thomas March Bell sent a letter to New York's Medicaid Fraud Control Unit saying millions of dollars in aid would be halted until at least September 30th, saying the unit is moving too slowly on cases, and compared to similar units in other states, it secured the lowest number of criminal fraud convictions between 2023 and 2025, though it acknowledges that one reason is the state made a deliberate choice to focus on high-impact cases rather than small-scale individual fraud. Lisa Lacera, Fox News.
New York's Attorney General Democrat Letitia James is vowing to fight that funding freeze. On Wall Street, they could be selling at the opening bell this hour. Dow and NASDAQ futures both down well over 100 points. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign City Council's dissolved its rideshare pilot program, approved a permanent licensing system for operators to change update sections of the city's municipal code, and expands e-bikes across Champaign-Urbana. Target areas include downtown, Garden Hills, and northeastern Prospect Avenue. That's what's happening today. Illinois officials urging residents to take precautions as the heat wave hits the state. Temps jumping into the 90s with heat index values reaching the triple digits. Residents should check on family, friends, and neighbors who may be vulnerable. Everyone should drink plenty of water and avoid alcohol. Champaign County Freedom Celebration returning to its full traditional schedule for this year as the nation marks 250 years. This year's theme is America Celebrates 250 Years of events on July 4th, including Youth Run, 8:30, 5K at 9:05, and the parade 11:05 back on its historic route. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, when you have, I'm just saying, when you get into voting and the discussion, let's just say that the environment is ripe for, well, is that really true and correct? Remember when Trump won in 2016, he really didn't win. He got help from the dossier and all these other things that turned out to be a lie. So when you can print out your own ballots, then they say, well, gosh, that seems loose. Mm-hmm. Then both sides are going to say, I mean, the left totally says that they didn't win. He's not a legitimate president, all these other things. So it's natural. But so I think the argument I would have is let's just clean it up when we know we can. We know we can firm up and not call it Jim Crow 2 and not say, hey, you're just keeping us from voting. Anybody without an ID in this country, how do you do anything without an ID? Mm-hmm. How many people in Champaign-Urbana can't vote because they can't get an ID? I mean, there might be a few, but there's not very many. You can't buy whiskey. You can't get on an airplane. You can't do anything. You can't go to FedEx without an ID.
Yep.
So I think that argument is strained at best. So why not say, when you have all these boxes of votes that have yet to be counted and 121,000 come in for one candidate, you're going, that's not possible. Mao Zedong didn't get that.
Right.
He lost 5 or 6 of them. People. That's it.
Right.
Because you died if they found out. So it's crazy to me to think that why wouldn't you be skeptical in the looseness of it all? So why don't we tighten it up where the Democrat and the Republican can say, you know what, that's pretty firm, pretty good. It looks like the vote's solid because it's really hard to cheat. Why not make it hard to cheat? And I just think it's way too loose when you have drop boxes from, Dinesh D'Souza? Didn't he do that mule, 2,000 mules or something, where you saw people on video dumping all these boxes in? Mm-hmm. And you're telling me you're verifying every signature? I think not. It's just not. So here we are. We're in a really crossroads.
We're the greatest country in the world. We can figure this out.
We know we can. We can go to the moon. Yeah, and mow with dark socks and shorts. Why don't we go to Mars? We can. Exactly. Yeah, get off the lawn. Anyway, we
can drive around electric cars and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the electric cars.
You actually in some stores you actually need a ID to make a return as well in this day and age.
Listen, it's just they got to come up with something else besides I can't get one, you're repressing the vote. That's just not right. It's not accurate, it's not right. You just have all kinds of issues, but I think dumping votes in a box nobody can monitor or see who you are. It's just...
You're talking about the mail-in stuff?
I'm not necessarily the absentee. There's certainly a reason if you're overseas or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're talking about...
There needs to be a more clear-cut deadline, not run days and weeks after the election.
No, it's just too... And I'm saying that the environment is, if you're really passionate and if you run, you are, all your people are passionate, and you go, that's not fair. Where'd they come from? Where'd that box come from, right?
Right.
I mean, it's like, wait a minute, that looks bad. We can make it. We're so good at what we do. We can make it almost infallible if we wanted and the desire was there, but it's not because they need to know.
It's the digital age, right?
And then when there's problems and the water main break and they're in Atlanta and they're voting late and counting late and all these other things, and you're just saying, wait a minute, this looks funny. And you're all in, and it's a close vote, and all these things, you can do better than what we're doing. The drop boxes where you have no idea who put them in there, you have no idea about signatures or anything, and I don't care if a, quote, Republican goes with you, it's pretty hard to illuminate the kind of stuff that goes on, particularly in deep, dark blue places. Really hard because everybody's on the page. And it's not like we haven't had voter fraud in the past. It happens. How much does it happen? Does it sway things? They found 300,000 bad votes in Maricopa County, Phoenix. Okay, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. All right, it's our...
Do I dare say in Chicago and Chicagoland at large, vote early and often?
Right.
I'm telling
That's
you.
the expression.
Historians say that Mayor Daley delivered the presidency to John Kennedy.
Yeah.
Richard Nixon thought he had Illinois until he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because of
the Daley machine.
Yep. Because of Cook County.
Yep.
Weather brought to you this...
Or Crook County. Can I say that?
You can say that.
Okay.
On this show, of course.
Yes. Okay. Been there, done that, lived there. So.
All right. Weather brought to you by Carl.
Discover the job, the career, and the purpose you were meant for with Carl Health. You can visit carlhealth.org/careers.
Meteorologist Greg Solier, all important 4th of July weekend coming up. Many people are off Friday. What are you thinking here, friend?
Yeah, we'll get dry hours where there'll be heat and humidity, but kind of winding down. Don't expect a nice, snappy cold front to come through and take 20 degrees off temperatures and the dew points as well. The atmosphere kind of muddled. Thunderstorms are actually going to drive the bigger picture, these what we call convective complexes. So, it's something you're going to have to monitor here. And as we talked about, I believe on Father's Day, a plan B, maybe C as well, maybe in order over the course of the weekend. And some of the better coverages and chances Friday afternoon and Saturday. Sorry, I'm working on it. And then we'll wind it down into early next week. Finally, by maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, drier air, temperature still a little above average. And there could be some pretty good soakers and some severe weather to contend with, too, from northwest to southeast across the listing area over the holiday weekend. So, enjoy the dry time, but a hot one. We're already close to 80 out there. Sunshine, the extreme heat warning through late tomorrow evening. 93 the forecast high today, feeling like 103 down tonight to a muggy low of 76. Tomorrow up to about 94, and again about 104, 105 on the heat index value tomorrow afternoon and evening time, down into the 70s tomorrow night. We'll make about 92 in between. A couple of showers and thunderstorms weakening Friday morning. They'll flare up in somewhat better coverages over half the area Friday afternoon and evening time. Then better than even odds on Saturday, Independence Day, for some thunderstorm development both morning and in the afternoon and evening. Probably going to require a weather watch lined up somewhere over the area over the holiday weekend. A Saturday high at 91. Still a couple of showers and thunderstorms Sunday. They'll diminish over Monday and Tuesday into the new weekend. An easing of temperatures as well. 90 on Sunday, upper 80s on Monday and Tuesday, middle 80s next Wednesday. Finally, some dry time and drier air the mid part of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Greg Solier, our ace meteorologist. Great to have him here on staff. Wonderful at what he does. I really listen carefully when stuff coming up like the 4th of July. Mm-hmm. And so much happening in Champaign-Urbana. We really need that drive for that parade and run. And
that would be nice.
Captain Rat and Crystal McCullough singing the national anthem.
It'll be very moving. Yeah. And the fire department in Champaign is retiring the colors. They'll suspend Old Glory over Lot 31 or Stadium Terrace. And this whole party is between Oak Street and First Street off Kirby. And the evening program should be very moving. Great, fireworks right after that with pyrotechnic. And the soundtrack going to be played. It's all synchronized. It's just a great time of year to be with our fellow Americans and celebrating this great
You'll
country.
find most people are very honored and happy to live here. There is a growing number of people that think this is the worst place ever, and they're simply wrong. They're just wrong. And no place gives you the opportunities that we have given people. No place helps others more. No country's ever been this impactful in industry and technology and inventions that make our lifespan longer. It's a remarkable place, and sadly there are people that just want to go a different direction with what they do, and sadly we can't. You simply can't allow everybody in your house at once. Then you lose your house. Take the front door off your home, live like that. I know heating, air conditioning can be a lot, and people can wander in. I get it. But if that's what you believe in the border, you ought to take the front door off your house. That'll make a real statement. People will be very impressed with your consistency.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't take the front door off your house for whatever reason, maybe safety and protecting the kids, what about the front door in the country? Man, it's just a system. It's just we've not done a good job taking care of the system. And we've been loose for whatever reason, if it's for the voting bloc for the Democrats. I don't know what the thinking was, but it must be because, more people are waking up in the African-American community and thinking they haven't done anything for us. They can't count on our vote. That's ridiculous. You have to earn our vote. And so get another block in there to do that. That's what some think it is. Anyway, it's safety. So many families have been heartbroken by horrible things that have happened to their people. And it continues. And we'll be dealing with the Biden open border for a long, long time. And who knows how many terrorist cells we have in the country. We have a lot of people, the people that in the FBI that figured out what was going to happen at that UFC fight. They were going to force people to go out a certain way and have snipers. Can you imagine people thinking like that? Unbelievable. Just like an airplane being used as a bomb, I never would have thought of that.
Right.
Unbelievable. All right, quick check of sports headlines, 8:16 ESPN 93.5.
Nice win from the St. Louis Cardinals to begin their series against Atlanta. 5-3 was the final, and it's a 6:15 first pitch here on ESPN 93.5. Michael McGreevy will be on the mound.
Former Cardinal Caravan participant.
Yes.
Michael McGreevy. Yeah, good pitcher.
Excellent. Cubs over San Diego Padres 9-7. It's a day game today at 1:20 over on US 105.9. Colin Ray will be pitching. Dansby Swanson had a great game with 2 out of the 5 homers. PCA also hitting big.
Yep.
And then we had Chicago White Sox over Baltimore 9-3. 11:35 as that series continues. They had a 7-run third inning. Lots of exciting action with the World Cup as France, Norway, and Mexico moves on. On Fox at 7 o'clock tonight, USA takes on Bosnia.
Hurts the car. Herzegovina. Close enough.
Yes.
Let's just hope that we beat Bosnia-Herzegovina.
LeBron James in his unheard of 24th season saying, I might leave the Lakers.
Yep.
He didn't necessarily say I'm leaving the Lakers, but he
he's
informed the Lakers that
he's done.
Okay.
He's leaving.
Gotcha.
They don't really want to pay the $38 million.
Oh.
I don't think. And so he says, I just want to be happy, which is, I think, code for, no, I'm not going to get the money I want.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think he's headed to Golden State. Play with Steph Curry and Draymond Green. They want to build another championship up there.
See.
That's the buzz. All right, wedding season. That's obviously in full swing. But before you walk down the aisle, Busey wants you to make sure your finances with your fiancé are in order. Make sure you talk about your financial history, both of you. Budget and bank accounts. Agree on a system and budgeting, paying bills. Make a short list, long-term financial goals. Where do you see yourself next year or in 5 years from now? And resolve outstanding credit debt issues if you can. It'd be better to do that before. Identify potential problems, resolve them now rather than later. And get a free credit report consult from the knowledgeable associates at Busey. Whether you're getting married this month, next month, the next month, you hopefully go through like a pre-Cana. The Catholics do that.
Yeah, we
do.
Really
get over and talk about it. I did as well. When you're starting out, Busey can provide an array of solutions tailored to your specific needs. No matter your stage in life, Busey will be there along the way. You can go to Busey.com, stop by one of their many convenient locations for solutions to your personal, business, and wealth management needs. For over 158 years, it's been Busey, member FDIC. Weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, we've got neighborhood nights tonight at Blair Park, and Kalisa will be the band on the stage. Love to see you there. I work the park, and I have prizes in my pocket. UrbanaParks.org.
So we get everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. The week goes on with the heat wave weather pattern and the extreme heat warning through late tomorrow evening. Sun filled for the day today at 93 and a gusty southwest to south wind at 8 to 16 miles per. And boy, the humidity's up still. It stays that way for tonight. Muggy with a clear sky and 76 for the low. Diminishing south wind this evening. Tomorrow hot and humid, mostly sunny. Another high of around 93 to 94 degrees. Gusty southwest to south wind. Heat indices for the next couple. Peak during the course of the afternoon and evening at 100 to 110. Now tomorrow night to a low near 75 and a couple of thunderstorms break out for the morning hours on Friday, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to 92. Have a backup plan for the rest of the holiday weekend. Saturday, Independence Day, scattered showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. The high around 91 up to about 90 again. A couple of showers and thunderstorms Sunday. Diminishing rainfall chances, but still around Monday and Tuesday next week. Temperatures back down into the 80s. Finally, drier air by mid next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Payroll processing company ADP says job growth from private employers increased by 98,000 in June. It is slightly less than expected, but still in the range of a healthy job market. ADP chief economist Neela Richardson says it's taking people longer to find work, but there are signs that some industries, including construction, are finding it more difficult to find employees. Outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas says fewer people were laid off in June. Announced job cuts were down 53% in the month to under 46,000. Artificial intelligence continues to reshape how companies think about headcount. General Mills shares are higher. Its quarter was better than expected. And Kroger, the supermarket chain, is buying Giant Eagle, paying $1.65 billion. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you. Would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right thing safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at timo@gftlog.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantoul on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics and trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Think you have to settle for mediocre car insurance to save money? Think again. It's possible to get superior coverage and still save money with Erie Insurance. Customers who switched to Erie saved up to $951. It pays to compare. Switch and save with Erie.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance.
Annual savings based on new customers surveyed in March 2022 who reported savings when switching auto insurance. Individual premiums and savings will vary.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Plus, get up to a $1,000 rebate on select Shaw floors, including the Pet Perfect carpet and flooring collections. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs with your furniture purchase and buy it all with 2 years financing. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event is going on now at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
825 ESPN 93.5. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce getting married in New York City. Madison Square Garden will be Friday. They got 150 police having to coordinate putting tents up so paparazzi can't fly around the buildings with photography and
shutting down the streets around Madison Square Garden. Expected to tie the knot on Friday the 3rd with 1,100 people expected.
1,100 people, so we got a pretty empty Madison Square Garden. So I wonder how they'll stage that. All the seats on the floor, probably.
Right.
And then you've got
and a big stage, probably.
Well, what about the 100 for the rehearsal?
Right.
I mean, how do you possibly pare that down? I mean, between Travis Kelce and Taylor
rehearsal
Swift?
dinner is supposedly the rehearsal. So it's the people that are in the ceremony getting their moves right.
If you get the invitation, you get dinner, I would presume, in Madison Square Garden.
I would assume.
And then they clink the glasses and they kiss and things like that.
That's right. But
do
that's
they have
part of the regular reception, not necessarily the rehearsal.
Do they have a band?
I mean, it doesn't go into detail because probably there's very little details that are leaking. And everybody has to have a non-disclosure report before they are.
You can't take your phone in?
That's right. Closely watched.
Listen, if there's no financial issues, you can do quite a bit. You can control everything. And I would think that, you have Taylor Swift and you have Travis Kelce. I mean, how many do they really know? I mean, really, 1,100 actually shocks me because she probably talks to 4 people. Travis Kelce probably talks to 6, maybe 8 because of his football team.
That's what I'm seeing. Multiple members of the Kansas City Chiefs have all these hotel rooms in Manhattan for that weekend. This is how they're able to keep up.
But how did they secure
World Cup tourists also in town?
How do they able to secure hotel rooms except bump people? Because they're never available. You can't get the block you needed, right? I mean, can a hotel hold 1,000 people? No. They have to have many of them. You've been placed here. You pay your own way for the hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying your hotel, I wouldn't think.
I wouldn't think.
Yeah, and you're happy to pay that if you get to go, I guess. But if you have no cell phone, you have nothing to send anybody.
Well, we're part of the speculation hitting a fever pitch about this event. And essentially, it's July 2 through 4, so it starts tomorrow in NYC.
So what happens, and I wonder how late it goes. When do they start? Are they doing the nuptials inside Madison Square
They're
Garden?
saying on the 3rd, it's 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. is what people are kind of blocked.
I would have done 4 to 8. Get them out. Go.
And it could be that's the main part, but there'll be some people going all night. I mean, they always are.
Why do a bride and groom drink? I never
There's
understood
different
that.
looks on that.
I mean, but don't you want to absolutely have your senses and be... I just don't think of drinking as a woohoo, happy, I can't wait to where I can't remember anything.
This headline from CNN, sorry, America, it's Taylor Swift's wedding now.
No, this is big globally. People are interested because they know Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Some know Travis Kelce, but most outside the United States know Travis Kelce because he's with Taylor Swift.
Right.
It's a remarkable phenomena when you get to be that famous, and she's not Tiger Woods or Michael Jackson, but for our time she is.
Yes.
But she's not, I don't think, that impactful that, if you're thinking Tiger, Michael, and Michael. Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Tiger Woods are the three biggest woman over the last 50 years, probably Princess Diana.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that was probably as big as you get. Taylor Swift is right there, but there's still a lot of people don't know who she is because it's not the genre. I think over 50, you're fading. I think 18 to 24, 18 to 35, yeah, you got a bunch.
Do you remember the Princess Diana wedding to King Charles?
Sure, I do.
Prince
I
Charles.
do indeed. Yep, I was the 80s,
Yeah.
early 80s, 81, 82.
Right.
Worldwide television.
I mean,
Why didn't they do that?
Why didn't they
Worldwide
do
television.
that? That's what I'm saying.
You would have had an audience, but they probably
Exactly.
didn't want that, right?
Right.
But back to the drinking, I just think the bride and groom should remember it and really, because this should be a God moment where you're just as a blessing, you'll remember it the rest of your life. The details are important. And I know that the beer will be flowing with the open bar with the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And some of the football players you would think would have a few,
The estimated luxury wedding at the Garden could cost between $15 and $20 million, they're saying.
That's not much for Taylor and Travis Kelce.
Transforming this quote-unquote blank space will be a drop in the bucket for the billionaire. And
I
her
presume somebody has the rights to all the pictures eventually, so they can get in the magazines, pay. They make money. Maybe they make their money back. They might.
There you go.
Back in a moment. It's 8:30. I'm going to play some Brad Underwood. If you missed the presser yesterday, good to hear the coach back. It's 8:30. ESPN 93.5.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. You'll never see anything like this, says President Trump. His first flight on the new custom Air Force One donated by the Emir of Qatar.
We're very proud of this. The country is very proud of it.
To dedicate the Teddy Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota, complete with a Rough Riders ceremonial escort when he gets there. And he's given Congress a task.
House Speaker Mike Johnson now says that he and Congress are going to try to do what the Supreme Court couldn't yesterday in a very quick and efficient way. They're going to try to change the law to end birthright citizenship.
Fox's Peter Ducey, a socialist challenge for America 250.
Won tonight.
Maylot Quiros beat 15-term Congresswoman Diana DeGette in the Colorado Democrat primary, but Senator John Hickenlooper bested progressive challenger Julie Gonzalez. America's listening to Fox News.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
We're talking with Riley Kachaturian, realtor with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. Do you envision being friends with the people that you close houses with? I mean, does that keep going?
Oh, absolutely. I love getting to check back in with them a couple weeks after, a couple months after, a year later. It's a really cool part that we get to stay with them and be a resource for them, but also to get to be a friend.
All right, as a real estate agent, it's kind of a 24/7. You're thinking about stuff. You got to make this call. You got to check on these questions, and that's okay?
Yeah, I think it's It's a job that really is kind of a lifestyle. People are trusting you with something really big, and so you want to be available, be ready when they have a question or they're freaking out about something. I want to be the person they text so I can reassure them or provide information.
Riley, how can people reach you?
They can find me online at rkachaturian.coldwellhomes.com or via phone 217-552-5055.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois officials urging residents to take precautions as the heat wave hits the state. Temps jumping into the 90s with heat index values reaching the triple digits. Residents should check on family, friends, and neighbors who may be vulnerable. Everyone should drink plenty of water and avoid alcohol. Champaign County Freedom Celebration returning to its full traditional schedule for this year as the nation marks 250 years. This year's theme is America Celebrates 250 Years of events on July 4th, including Youth Run, 8:30, 5K at 9:05, and the parade 11:05 back on its historic route. Champaign City Council's dissolved its rideshare pilot program, approved a permanent licensing system for operators. The change updates sections of the city's municipal code and expands e-bikes across Champaign-Urbana. Target areas include downtown, Garden Hills, and northeastern Prospect Avenue. That's what's happening today. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Looking for bold flavor and a good time just down the road? Head to Smoke and Shine Moonshine Bar and Grill on Route 45 in Tolono, where the food is slow smoked and the fun comes easy. Sink your teeth into tender brisket, juicy pulled pork, mouth-watering wings, and smash burgers done right. And don't miss what locals call the best patty melt around. Pair it all with one of their 28 flavors of moonshine. Happy hours from 3 to 5 and catch live music every Saturday night. For more updates and their full menu, like Smoke and Shine on Facebook.
Our weather this morning brought to you by Sweet Petunia, antiques, collectibles, and so much more in the Outlet Mall area in Tuscola. It's Sweet Petunia.
So we get everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. The week goes on with the heat wave weather pattern and the extreme heat warning through late tomorrow evening. Sun filled for the day today in 93 and a gusty southwest to south wind at 8 to 16 miles per. And boy, the humidity's up still. It stays that way for tonight. Muggy with a clear sky and 76 for the low. Diminishing south wind this evening. Tomorrow hot and humid, mostly sunny. Another high of around 93 to 94 degrees. Gusty southwest to south wind. Heat indices for the next couple. Peak during the course of the afternoon and evening at 100 to 110. Now tomorrow night to a low near 75 and a couple of thunderstorms break out for the morning hours on Friday, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to 92. Have a backup plan for the rest of the holiday weekend. Saturday, Independence Day, scattered showers, thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. The high around 91 up to about 90 again. A couple of showers and thunderstorms Sunday. Diminishing rainfall chances, but still around Monday and Tuesday next week. Temperatures back down into the 80s. Finally, drier air by mid next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
ESPN 93.5, last big segment of our show. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Game day for us is approaching, and all the dotted I's and crossed T's for the 4th of July. July4th.net if you want to be spontaneous and still get involved in any kind of way. Everything's laid out there very nicely.
I would like to be second in the parade. Can I still enter?
You might not be the second unit, but maybe the 70th unit.
There you go.
So we are seeing more and more sign up, and we're happy to see it. And welcome everyone, of course. And this is going to be a great party for America's
Good
250.
advertising for your business.
Mm-hmm.
No question about
Absolutely.
that. Absolutely.
Back to the old route at 11:05 start. Line up at 10 a.m. It's right next to the State Farm Center.
Yep. I remember when there were 120 entries.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That's a very long parade.
Very long parade.
And I remember calling out in the senior tent that was always between the State Farm Center and Memorial Stadium.
Did they have that anymore?
They don't. And COVID put a quash to that.
Although we were out of COVID.
Right. But we
brought
never did snap back from that.
Well,
in that respect.
Those people are probably gone or not able, but
That's
there's
right.
plenty of people that are able.
I know that.
Would like to come back.
But you have to coordinate all the shuttles that are coming in, and they are outside. And we did have cookies and lemonade and bananas for everybody who was watching.
Just the people that coordinated that probably aren't coordinated anymore.
That's right.
But it was a nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was very nice to see the seniors out there in a nice tent on their own.
And we can accommodate people who would have disabilities and things like that. And that's spelled out also at July4th.net.
Good to see Brad Underwood, head basketball coach at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. Meet the media. This is a little different than I remember from the standpoint of intention and interest, because we're going to be ranked in the top 5. more cameras tend to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's almost the 4th of July. It's we're a few weeks into what has been a productive summer so far. We've had not everybody yet. Andre has not been with us. He's coming off having a knee scoped, coming out of the spring. Jake Davis is back. Jake had his knee cleaned up. Lucas has not been with us. Today was the first day of actually dummy offense stuff that he's done with a little back tweak. Today, Steph Vox is obviously with his national team. He was here for just a very short time, 10 days to 2 weeks at the start. We'll get him back here after the 4th, and then Quentin is at the Tatum camp. So guys in and out, which is kind of normal for the course of the summer anymore. The important thing is what we've done with Adam, with Fletch this time of year. This has been a heavy install time.
They put these ads in these silly YouTube things. What the heck?
I see.
What the heck? Like, why can't I get it for free? Anyway, yeah.
With some tweaks that we're making, both offensively and defensively. Been very pleased. It's really too early to tell. I've been really pleased with the guys' work ethic. Our freshmen have been very, very positive in terms of their retention, their intelligence. I like that a lot. It's helped us advance maybe a little quicker than what we initially anticipated because of their job to retain stuff. And then you've got a group of veterans who've done a nice job of leading, and all of those guys have been phenomenal. I think Tommy Merck, Z, Blake, Jason Jackson is back healthy and cleared. All of those guys have been impactful with their leadership. They've been impactful with their play and their improvement. And so, exciting to get back after the 4th, the holidays, to really kind of get this group, I hope, on the court together, start seeing what all the pieces look like. But we also understand what summer is, and it's about getting better with Fletch, getting guys' bodies right, and then a heavy dose of install with some of the stuff we're doing. So guys have been great, and it was it's been a busy month, obviously, with 3 guys heading off to the next level. Keaton being the 5th pick in the draft, excited for him with the Clippers and the opportunities that are there. Just a special night to be able to go do that in New York City and spend with his family. Very, very excited. I think both Ben and Kylan are in great situations, and we'll go see them here in Summer League, and everything we've heard on these guys have been very positive. So it's a summer's become very busy, very hectic. You start throwing recruiting on top of that, with guys coming to campus and then being out. It's been a busy summer. So all's good here and on this front, and we're just excited as we keep moving forward throughout the month of July.
I don't know if I've seen that many cameras for Brad Underwood. Maybe outside the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
But boy,
he hasn't had any kind of presser since
no, I haven't seen
April
it.
though.
Yeah,
so
probably the last one was at the loss to Connecticut. So there's a lot of interest because of the Final Four and the good-looking team we have coming back with experience. Will be the tallest team in America for 2 years in a row. We grew by 3/4 of an inch, according to the stats. So.
He talks about the best thing about freshmen, they become sophomores.
Yeah, no, listen, David and the Ivisic boys and Jake Davis and Andrei Stojakovic. The question is, 6 will be Jake Davis, 7 will be Z. Who's 8 and 9? Because we can probably play 9. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of talent on the bench.
That's right.
So Stefan Vox is projected to start. He's a kid from Providence. He's 6'7", 6'8"-ish. Can really shoot it, can go to the basket, can he guard? He'll have two with this team.
He's doing the Estonia national team action right now. And freshman Quentin Coleman now at the Jason Tatum Elite Camp after playing for Team USA in the 2026 FIBA U18 Men's AmeriCup experience.
Yeah. So. No, it's arrows pointing up, awfully exciting. And, of course, before that, we've got football where the arrows have never been higher for Illinois in 2 years, winning 19 times. Never happened at Illinois football. 10 and then 9. Come on, man. Go Illini. 8:44.
Orange and Blue fans know the value of preparation, teamwork, and showing up when it matters most. Just like Fred's Plumbing and Heating. For 47 years, this family-owned team has delivered dependable plumbing and HVAC installation, maintenance, and repairs throughout our community. They even offer service agreements with zero monthly cost, because protecting your home shouldn't break the budget. When you need service you can count on, choose the team that's been winning for nearly 5 decades. Trust the Orange and Blue of Fred's Plumbing and Heating.
Life is short, so why not put dessert first? At Dessert First, every day starts sweet with a delicious morning menu featuring fresh muffins, gooey cinnamon rolls, and homemade pastries. And in the afternoon, it only gets better with cookies, brownies, and rotating treats that change weekly. Got a special occasion coming up? Dessert First has you covered with custom orders including cupcakes, pies, cakes, and cookies made just the way you want them. Treat yourself today because you deserve it. Find Dessert First on Facebook for store hours and more details.
This is Amanda with Cast Iron Pub. There's always something happening in downtown Tuscola. If you're looking for delicious pub burgers, hand-cut steaks, wings, sandwiches, and chef-inspired specials you won't find anywhere else. Pair with 10 rotating draft beers or seasonal cocktails. Then stick around for Wednesday trivia, music bingo, and the Summer Sunday live music series. Great food, cold drinks, and an atmosphere you'll love. Make Cast Iron Pub your next destination in downtown Tuscola. You can find us online at castironpub.biz and Facebook at Cast Iron Pub.
Jesse Stevens with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. One of the most common questions we hear is, why does this line keep backing up? Clearing the drain fixes the symptom, but there's often an underlying issue. At Lands, we clear the line, then run a camera to help confirm what's behind the problem. You decide what to do next with confidence. Call 355-5512 for Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Dr. Benjamin Riney, OSF Healthcare. I know when it comes to developments we're seeing in Urbana, can you update that on behavioral health and the expansion?
Yes. So we are expanding our inpatient behavioral health unit. So we are opening up an additional floor for geriatric, which we're defining as 55 and up for inpatient beds. That'll open the beginning of July. And then we're opening a young adult, which would be kind of 18 to 26, 28, targeting that college age population. And that will open the beginning of September. And then we're going to also be focusing on some of what we're calling intensive outpatient programs and partial hospitalization programs that'll open around the beginning of September as well. For the availability of outpatient psychiatry, we now have a total of 4 providers, 2 nurse practitioners and 2 physicians in our outpatient clinic, and then 2 counselors as well. So we've, over the last year, essentially doubled our outpatient services in Urbana.
Thank you so much.
OSFhealthcare.org.
Check your sports headlines on ESPN 93.5, 847.
The Cardinals over Atlanta 5-3. The game starts at 6:15 here on ESPN 93.5 with Michael McGreevy on the mound. Cubs have a day game at Wrigley at 1:20 with Colin Ray on the mound as they continue, hopefully, their winning ways. 9-7 over the San Diego Padres yesterday, with 2 out of the 5 homers coming from Dansby Swanson. PCA also in that lineup of homer hitters. Chicago White Sox over Baltimore 9-3, 11:35 for their game. They had a 7-run third inning. Noah Schultz to the mound for the White Sox. World Cup action had France, Norway, and Mexico moving on. 7 o'clock on Fox tonight. It's USA and Bosnia.
Herzegovina. That's what I say.
Yeah, thank you. LeBron James at 24th season will be playing, but we don't know for who.
Golden State.
And Serena Williams at 44 had a first single match in 4 years. She lost to an Australian player, Maya Joint, but still making the $40 million with the brand endorsements and speaking engagements.
Yeah, I think that's I haven't liked from this aspect of LeBron's 24 years where he kind of creates a team. I don't like that. Bunch of guys get together to win a championship, and it's just manufactured. I want this guy to come. Yeah, I know. You have to figure that out, but I want him here too.
Well, and what's the deal with Bronny? Is Bronny?
I don't know. Bronny got to play in the NBA.
Right.
I don't know if he gets to go to Golden State.
I feel like that's why you stayed with the Lakers last year.
All I hear on our station is he's going to Golden State.
Okay.
Play with Steph. So that'd be a pretty good team. 848.
Everything is so expensive. Our bills are piling up. We have our summer trip coming up. How are we going to pay for everything?
Bad news, honey. The garage freezer is water leaking.
Oh no. We just bought all that meat for next week's cookout.
Can we afford a new freezer right now?
Why buy new when you can fix the one you have?
Who are you?
Honey, it's Paul Rican from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Repairing your existing appliance is a great way to save money now if the stress of high bills has you down.
How soon can you come out?
Today or next day.
That's fast. But what if the repair ends up being more expensive than we thought?
We'll give you a $50 coupon off a brand new appliance.
So either way we win?
I like that.
Call Dick Van Dyke Appliance World or schedule service at appliance-world.com and schedule your win-win today.
Wow!
Stand behind what we sell, we offer so much more. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Head to Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. They're open 7 days a week with daily food specials that keep things fresh and affordable. And Sundays? It's Sunday Fun Day from 1 to 4 with live entertainment that brings the party to life. Don't miss their massive 8,000 square foot patio, perfect for kicking back with friends. Feeling competitive? Jump into their sand volleyball leagues this spring and summer. Co-ed teams, great vibes, and even better memories. Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. Great food, live music, and fun all week long.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
Hi, this is Ross Craig with Philo Exchange Bank. For over 140 years, we have been rooted in your community, making local decisions for local people. We know you and understand your goals. In a world where so much feels uncertain, one thing remains the same. We are here for you. Reliable, local, trusted for generations. Visit us in St. Joseph, Philo, Allerton, Broadlands, and our newest branch in Tolono.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Kurt with Lands Heating and Cooling. When you need a new heating and cooling system, Lands makes it easy. We measure your home, we check your ductwork, and we match you with a quiet, efficient, trained system. With Lands, you get the right system at the right price with the right installation. If your system's aging, now's the smart time to choose a high-efficiency trained heat pump and furnace. Schedule a no-pressure, in-home consultation at landsinc.com, and remember, it's hard to stop a train.
So we get everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, vicinity. The week goes on with the heat wave weather pattern and the extreme heat warning through late tomorrow evening. Sun filled for the day today and 93 and a gusty southwest to south wind at 8 to 16 miles per. And boy, the humidity's up still. It stays that way for tonight. Muggy with a clear sky and 76 for the low. Diminishing south wind this evening. Tomorrow hot and humid, mostly sunny. Another high of around 93 to 94 degrees. Gusty southwest to south wind. Heat indices for the next couple peak during the course of the afternoon. afternoon and evening at 100 to 110. Now tomorrow night to a low near 75, and a couple of thunderstorms break out for the morning hours on Friday, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to 92. Have a backup plan for the rest of the holiday weekend. Saturday, Independence Day, scattered showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. The high around 91, up to about 90 again. A couple of showers and thunderstorms Sunday. Diminishing rainfall chances, but still around Monday and Tuesday next week. Temperatures back down into the 80s. Finally, drier air by mid next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Yeah, Tim Onstad, our pitmaster, will be in tomorrow for his show, Smoke. Also, John Decker, White House correspondent, has been very busy. President's in North Dakota today on the new Air Force One.
Nice.
John on that? He might be on that trip.
All right.
How about that? You get in the time machine in Washington and Air Force One, and you fly to North Dakota, and you're back by dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. But he's out there for something. I can't remember why. But he's got the Qatar, the country of Qatar gave him the Air Force One. Oh, you can. It's for the country.
Yeah.
But he's got a nice new Air Force One to fly.
Okay.
Looked beautiful with kind of the red stripe and really nice. All right. Well, we will return tomorrow and look forward to that. The drive this afternoon, listen to that after 3 o'clock here on ESPN 93.5. Stay cool as possible.
Yes. Stay hydrated.
Yep. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you so much for listening. We shall look forward to meeting back on the radio tomorrow at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great Wednesday, July 1.
America is turning 250, and Jets Pizza Champaign is bringing the fireworks. On the 4th of July, one day only, walk into Jets Pizza and get a one-topping four-corner pizza for just $2.50. Promo code JETS250. We're celebrating America's birthday bash. Red, white, and ridiculously delicious. This is Jets' way of celebrating this great nation and thanking every veteran who fought to keep it free. Walk-ins only, one per customer. Promo code JETS250. Jets Pizza at Neal and Green and Springfield and Mattis.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Sail on down for the inaugural Yacht Rock Night on Friday, July 10th, when the Cardinals take on the Braves. With the purchase of a special theme ticket, fans will take home an exclusive Cardinals captain's hat, perfect for smooth sailing all summer long. Don't miss a pregame concert by the Yacht Rockers on the Budweiser stage. Set the vibe and cruise into the weekend. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com/theme.
Urbana Park District's Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center is open for the season. 7 days a week, you can enjoy the outdoor pool with lap swim lanes, water slide, and lots of fun things to do. Admission is $9 for residents, $13 for non-residents, and children 3 and under are free. Swim Tuesday for a discounted admission. Call 367-1544 for details about Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center, or learn more at urbanaparks.org.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Wouldn't it be nice to visit a car dealership where you didn't feel like you were at an auction? Or didn't feel like you were being taken to the cleaners?
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne. At Sarah, they offer a one-price promise. Every vehicle at a fair price, no negotiation, only the best price. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, GMC, Buick, and Subaru. SERRA Champagne.com. Everyone knows when you turn the key and the car won't run? Call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.